Hello, 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 hello. Oh, it's very cloudy over. What is that place called? I forget the name of it. Evermore? Look at that. Evermore's a little cloudy. Let me get this out of here. Oh, camera's frozen again. Weird. Got me. Got ya. All right. We did that's good timing on that Fated Kingdom Tactical Brewing deal we did, because Brendan just wrote about it, and it just came out in the weekly too. So, that's good. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Glad to have you and to be here. Okay. Mr. Van, would you like to start?
Yep.
Dan, have you given yourself a little present yet? What does that mean?
A little present?
What does that mean? Like jacking off in the bathroom? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. God damn these fucking stupid cameras. There we go. Yeah, SJ, it couldn't be that big of a deal. I will say it did it earlier on a while ago. It was doing it almost seems like they just get stuck. And then I would say like a couple days ago it started getting a little worse. And today's probably been the worst day. But still not bad, it's not like terrible or anything. Yeah, I'll probably do something nice for myself later. Probably fire up a nice Topo Chico. Sit down with my dog and have an ice cold fizzy water. Are these my new glasses? Yeah, these are my new glasses. With these, you gotta look. Right here is like perfect for reading, but it's the first time I've ever gotten a dual lens offering, and a little weird. Okay. Would you like to begin?
Yeah.
Here we go. Friday. And 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Come on over and hang out with us at Tom and Dan Live on all social media. You can find out, what's been going on with us. Great videos by Melissa on there. We're always talking about our sponsors on there. I think we put a video out last week about us going and trying some new products from our friends over at Jeff's Bagel Run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I love Jeff's Bagel Run.
Man, I could use a Jeff's right now. I need a little pick-me-up. I could use a little Otis coffee and then get me, you know what my new one is? And you did this to me.
Yeah.
That Asiago bagel. You got me back on the Asiago.
Oh, so good.
It is so good.
Dude, I've been just getting the cups of the spreads at Jeff's Bagel and bringing them home because my wife uses them as cream cheese dip.
Put a little dip on everything.
Yeah, because it's they're so all good. Made fresh every day and they have fresh ingredients in them. It's so good.
There's no bad spreads there.
Yeah.
Not even one. And there's some, though.
The sweet and savory of them. Yeah, get some sweet, some savory. Just hoard the spreads at your house.
I have 2.
They stay good in the fridge.
I'll give you 2. Yeah, they're all good, but I'll give you my choices would be savory. It's hot sauce cream cheese. I know it sounds crazy, but it's made with Jason's mom's hot sauce. Yeah. And it's spicy and it's delicious. Has a nice little sweet finish. And then on the sweet side of things, oh my God, banana pudding.
Yeah.
Banana pudding cream cheese, you don't need anything. You could just eat it with a spoon.
Yeah.
It's like eating a delicious parfait or something. It's really, really good. But if you haven't been to Jeff's,
the
there's
roasted jalapeno, so good.
that's the one that I think the BDMs like the most. But here's something I do know: there's a Jeff's near you.
Yeah. Just go to their website, enter your zip code, and
Get the app.
They're everywhere.
And if you get the app, you get free bagels, and you can see what's like
spreading up the East Coast too.
Oh, I used the Surprise Me for the first time on the app. They have a button that if you're just you don't know what you want and they're all good and it saves time, you just tap the Surprise Me. And I got a coquille pepe bagel with, I believe it was roasted jalapeno cream cheese, and it was delicious.
Dude, I tried that kimchi bagel, and it's something I normally wouldn't get, and it was delicious.
They're all good.
Yeah.
They're all good. Even stuff you think you may not like, just try it. You may like it. Jeff's Bagel Run, jeffsbagelrun.com.
So I like a good old-fashioned live television stunt. Okay.
Well, I mean,
I grew up with some of this stuff.
You're confessing that you are an old man.
Yeah.
Because this is an old man's love. You know, the old, like, hey, this is going on live, or
Evel Knievel's Jump in the Canyon.
It was usually prime time. It would be like in the 8 o'clock hour, right?
Yeah,
Snake River Canyon.
Travis Pastrana and Red Bull did this a lot. I feel like 10 years ago, where they were doing like lots of New Year's Eve stunts. I remember one where they jumped a dirt bike and a snowmobile over a river. I forgot where it was at.
And then he did the Hot Wheels track where he did the loop-de-loop in the rally car, right?
Yeah. Then they did a huge step-up jump. Robbie Madison, another famous dirt biker that does like long jumps and stunts. He did like broke the record over 300 feet. I think it was like over a football field, end zone to end zone. He did that live, and then he did a step-up in France on the Arc de Triomphe.
Yes.
Where he basically jumped up on top of it and then jumped off of it and landed.
I remember that.
That step down takes some balls. Like you're staring off.
Calculated suicide. Man. You're like, how do you? I don't even know.
And he landed hard. He landed a little too far down the ramp. And I remember it looked like I think he fractured his wrist.
It's not easy to do that.
So anyway, I love a good live televised stunt. All right. So
yeah, I do too.
Okay, but let me walk you through this. All right. So what?
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I'm happy. Yeah. Please tell me.
As you hear this on the radio or podcast, it's happening tonight at 8 p.m. on Netflix.
Okay.
It's called Skyscraper Live. Okay, but so going back to the live
Skyscraper Live.
The live televised stunt has always been
Skyscraper. Stallone. That was Stallone, right? Skyscraper? The movie?
The cliffhanger.
Damn it. There wasn't a skyscraper?
It was a climbing, no.
There's no skyscraper movie?
I'm sure there is, but I think you're thinking cliffhanger.
Yeah,
that's
probably,
the climber one. But
cute lady with a short bob haircut hanging from a wire.
So the live televised stunt I've always liked because there was lots of buildup, but the actual stunt itself took seconds because it was usually a jump of some sort, right?
Yeah,
you know. So or like.
Well, the build-up was the thing. The build-up, the Willinda was a little longer, but the Robbie Evel Knievel, they would always, it was always they're interviewing him, they're interviewing the crowd, they're interviewing the guy that made the ramp, they're interviewing the motorcycle mechanic because they know that the jump is going to take all of maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah. And then that's the finale.
Yeah.
Right? You know, so it's like all this, and they'll always do the wheelie. They'll do a couple wheelies back and forth, and then they'll jump, and it's like, oh.
It's funny because Robert in our YouTube chat room is just like me. Robert's like, oh, this is the guy that's going to climb live on Netflix tomorrow. There's so much stuff out there right now.
Yeah.
That something like this, which is a really cool human feat, just gets thrown into the churn, right?
So, okay. Here's how I think. Okay, so Alex Honnold is a famous climber, famous for the documentary Free Solo, where he climbed El Capitan, that huge granite wall that's in I believe it's Yosemite.
Yeah.
And
anybody that
famous.
says Free Solo, that makes me think of Hope Solo, which makes me think of large labia. I'm sorry. I'm a child baby.
Now I like
man-child baby.
I really like Alex Honnold because I love his personality because he's like
describe it to me.
He's the autistic robot, kind of like he doesn't. You could tell his brain isn't wired like the rest of us. It's kind of like a saturation diver or like anybody
an astronaut.
Well, because he can't afford to have any spikes in his emotion because, like, when you're free soloing something like El Capitan that's never been done the way he did it, and like you slip, you die. There's no mistakes that can happen.
That's been said so many times.
but
No, but seriously, it's almost been effed out, right? That like when you're doing it at this level, there can be no mistakes. I don't think people believe that anymore, dude. You know what I mean? Like nothing seems.
I'm sure he made minor mistakes, but I'm saying the ultimate mistake is losing grip of the side of the wall and you die.
Yeah, but you don't really hear about that.
I'm
sure it happens.
You know what? It happened at El Capitan last year, but it had nothing to do with slipping off the side of the mountain. The guy was rappelling down. He was a free solo too, but he was on a rope. But he was rappelling down, and he didn't realize the length of his rope was wrong, and he just rappelled out of his rope and then died.
God. That's why you measure twice, cut once.
Yeah, and so that was, I guess, a mental mistake that had nothing to do with like climbing. Did you never saw the documentary Free Solo, right?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
It's really good.
I didn't finish it. No, it's not my bag.
It's also
I'm more of cartoons and porno only.
Yeah. Well, it's anxiety.
Not something I would seek out.
Inducing.
Right.
Like when you watch
it's like The Bear. I don't go and load up the show The Bear because it's anxiety. It's pro-anxiety.
Yeah. And when you watch Free Solo, like even the cameramen and stuff were talking about how hard it was for them.
But I can appreciate it, and I think the guy's cool. Like I think it. Now I've seen interviews with the gentleman you're talking about, so I am familiar.
The interviews are awesome. Again, just because I like how dry and logical and unemotional he is, and like he did an interview. Like I get clips of him often. But he did an interview for the Free Solo documentary, and he's talking to some news lady, and she's like, I don't understand. You tell me you're climbing this mountain with no ropes and one mistake and you certain death. And he's like, it sounds like you understand it pretty well. Like that's how he is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like he's
Sometimes I think those guys
pointed.
lean into that though. Because he didn't need to say that. He could say, you got it. The way he said it, though, was kind of being a dick.
No, but people mistake this kind of personality for being a dick.
People that are dicks use that as an excuse to get away with being dicks. Because you could argue both. You could argue that the guy knows that she got it, and if she said that, he didn't have to say, like, in a sort of, like, oh, it sounds like you got it perfectly. You could be like, oh, you got it. Good job. And be more, you could be less dicky.
I said it more of a dick than he did.
Okay.
Because I'm leaning. Because I'm not that.
But you like that part of it.
Yeah.
Because it's the funny part.
Yeah. But I think anyway. So I like the guy. I like his personality. But let's talk about this particular live TV special. They're running on Netflix. So
you're definitely watching this, right?
Not really. Because okay. So first, the obvious joke is the most exciting thing that could happen is you watch someone die. So now here that
I get that.
But that's not even a possibility because they're running a 10-second dump on the broadcast, so that if he does fall off to his death, they'll cut it before you ever see him fall. So,
but you'll still know he died
when they cut the broadcast,
right?
Then you'll know he died.
I feel like when they cut the broadcast, just as bad as if they watch. Like I don't think there's really a difference there.
So
other than if they just zeroed in on it and followed him as he fell, and then like held it on him as he hit the ground.
Yeah.
That'd be a little aggressive.
Which they won't do, they already talked about like for morality reasons they have this 10-second in case it now. Here's what I do believe is this is a relatively easy climb for him because it's a building, right? And this guy's climbed like sheer granite walls with natural
cut his child teeth on buildings.
So the building has exactly the same thing on every floor. So like he's literally repetition climbing, knows the holds. Like it's not
crazy.
With when you watch Free Solo documentary, he talks about like it took him years of planning the right route, and like he's climbed it a million times. He knows it. He could do it. Now, but with the route, it's natural surface. This is a building, so every hold is the same going up.
I'd be more concerned about the building give way. I'd be more concerned about man-made than I would be the age-old structure that hasn't changed in years.
Yeah, but
that's just me.
With the mountain, you actually do have the ability of rock shifting and stuff. The building is, you don't
think that over time
it's concrete glass.
How often are they checking it to make sure it's able to hold a climber? Is that a thing you do with buildings? Make sure that you can.
This has been climbed before too. When the building first came out,
then why is he
a
doing
French
it?
climber.
Just for Netflix because they're getting their hand in everything.
I think the person that climbed it had ropes. This is the longest, or they're claiming it's the longest free solo on a skyscraper ever. But
is he gonna have a camera on him?
Yeah. I'm sure he'll have some GoPro, and there'll be people that are like close up, they're basically climbing with ropes.
Have you ever thought of getting into this since it's something that you like seemingly like?
No, I don't like it. I don't like climbing and being like, I get vertigo sometimes when I see other people. It's really not myself, but I'll get vertigo when I see other people standing near edges and stuff. And climbing is super hard, dude. Like you have to be in such amazing shape to even be decent at it.
The hand strength is weird because it seems like just like something that you would never be able to.
My
develop.
hands are, I'll never.
Well,
be able to.
like just the guys that do it. Like me neither. I'm a drummer. I have pretty decent hands, but like when you see how they're holding on to things, it's tight, but it's also relaxed. It's not.
Yes, yeah.
They're not pushing to the point that their hands hurt.
No, they can't.
It's a relaxed tight.
Because if your adrenaline goes spikes, then you start your heart shouldn't be beating that fast, and because your adrenaline will take energy. It's like a boxing. Like you want to be loose and you want to be relaxed. So and you see like Alex Honnold and other like professional climbers, like they will do pull-ups on fingertip holds.
Yeah.
That me or you couldn't even.
I couldn't hold it one time.
Hold on to it a little bit. Like it doesn't even seem possible, and they could do it. So anyway, I respect all that.
I love that.
But here's the problem with this is we're going to watch, and we're going to start watching, and it's like, all right, he starts. And then he's methodically going to just climb all the way up to the top.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, and then it's going to be too long. There's no huge payoff. Like, even when he gets to the top, like, you're going to see him 20 feet from the top, and you're going to be like, oh, he'll make it. He's made it all the way in the same, it's very methodical, and, like...
So Netflix is betting that people will watch only because of the death, and the death is zero guaranteed that, there is a zero possibility of that happening.
No, even he'll say there is a possibility, but he knows the reality. He's like, I did.
It can't be much, man.
It's a small chance, but they're sensationalizing it. Obviously, it's for entertainment. So of course, he's playing into it. Netflix is touting it as like it being super dangerous. But the problem with the live stunt with this one is it takes too long. Like I think it's going to take him a couple hours or at least more than an hour. You're just going to see him methodically climb slowly up the building. Which is
boring.
And you're going to watch it and you're going to be like, how is it going to keep anybody's attention? Like, what are they going to do? Maybe they're working in some stuff that I don't even foresee. But
if he is he talking to them the entire time?
I think he can talk.
Because that's interesting. That is interesting. If he walks me through the climb.
But he's super dry, like autistic.
If he does the dickhead shtick, I'm in. If he does that, I'm in. I'll watch it. If people are like, so how's it going? And if he says stuff like, well, you can see me on the camera. How does it look like it's going? Then I'll watch. Because I'm like, get him, dickhead climber.
Although I'm sure Netflix executives have dissuaded him from.
ChatGPT gave a percentage of him dying. I said, I've been doing this lately. I've been yelling at it and demanding
2%.
I'm like demanding it give me a number. He said Alex Arnold's live skyscraper live climb in Taipei 101 on Netflix, January 23rd. He's elite and hyper selective about risk. The production is planning around weather and safety protocols. It's 1,600 plus feet. Usual terrain and live setting. It gives the percentage of him falling at 0.5% chance of a fall. 1 in 200. A 1 in 200 chance.
Okay. So
0.5%.
all right.
Does that sound like you think
probably even less than that, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah. It's just because this guy
under 1% is what they're saying, but not 0.
It reminds me of my buddy Logic Man Andy, who's a skydiver, who and a lot of
Hey, congrats to him. He had a big milestone, did he not?
yeah, the 18,000 jumps or something, whatever.
Jesus Christ.
But he a lot, and I've been around a lot of these guys where they seem like daredevils, but they are not taking as much risk as it's perceived.
They're smart guys.
And
a lot of them are smart people.
Their whole job is to analyze risk and not put themselves into that much risk, and they know, hey, if done properly and you follow the procedure and do this exactly, then the risk is less than you driving to work.
What they're doing is
the same.
It's a unique hobby, and it's exciting and it's rare, but it can be safer than things we do daily.
And then now the free soloing, the greatest, obviously, and the reason why this is so exciting is the fact that you do slip off, you're dead. But
it's weird that that's the hook for this, because what happens to Netflix? Let's analyze that, because we know he's going to make it.
Yeah.
Let's you and I work in a world where Netflix hooks their wagon to this. January 23rd falls around. The weather gets a little rougher than they anticipated. It's a little more windy. Alex gets up there, and he's doing his normal thing, and the 0.5% comes a-knocking. He falls. We all know what happens when he falls.
Yeah.
How does Netflix handle it? I want a real answer. What do you think?
It would be horrible publicity for them. Because it would
it just spin out of control where people start villainizing them? Did they instantly? Because right now nobody is saying this is irresponsible. Not one person, not even us.
Because
we're making jokes about it. We know this guy can do it. It's a sure thing. No one.
It's kind of like Pastrana breaking Evel Knievel's records on the motorcycle. They had to hype it up more.
That's BS, and we all know it. Any real motorcycle guy knows that if you're jumping a motocross bike, then you can do light years better stuff than.
Well, he was doing a replica Harley, so he was trying to get as close to what is it?
Not the same.
But even with all his resources and how good he is, anybody in the motocross community looked at it as there's no chance that this, maybe he spins out on the ramp at the end or has a bad landing, but there's no chance he's have a catastrophic failure.
Does it kill Netflix?
No. Even if he does die, everybody will realize, and I'm sure he's on record to saying hey, this is my, if I make a mistake, it's on me. It's not
if he does die, does it become?
It'll be bad, horrible publicity.
If he does die, because I'm bringing up this,
I'd bet almost any amount of money that he's totally fine.
Correct, me too. But if he does, which they're, or maybe that's the illusion, right? They're selling that 0.5%.
Yes, yeah.
That is what they're doing. They're selling that. How much becomes the greatest watched? People would go back and watch that, right? You're sitting at home, not you.
They probably
hate this stuff.
They probably not even have it to begin with. Now, again,
it'd be all over Reddit, all over everything.
They're cutting the feed. They got a 10-second dump, so the feed will never.
People are watching it live. They got their world stars up, and they're holding their phones up on it.
Oh yeah.
It goes because if
you
can bet if Netflix
phones.
is there covering it, then Average Joe is there with his cell phone covering it.
Yeah. No, and a lot of people are with their own cameras covering it too. So there would be film and footage on the internet of his death.
Did Netflix initiate the stunt, or did he go to Netflix and initiate the stunt? Has that been released?
I don't know. I would imagine he doesn't make that. He made Free Solo was a huge documentary, and that's kind of what
he
launched
toured
him.
based on that.
And he toured, and he has climbing facilities, and he basically is a celebrity climber. But there is not that much money in it, so obviously, I'm sure this Netflix deal is big money, and they want to do more live events, so they're scouring for all these different live, that's why they're getting the, Jake Paul business and the boxing and football, and they want to do more live.
Yeah,
the live you could sell the television or the advertising.
His agent is the one who set this up.
Yeah.
It's his agent's deal.
Which
leads me to believe he's deadly confident on that. bad adjective to use, but he's
So how
infinitely confident.
I'm sure Netflix executives and they've thought about this. Like, it's going to be pretty boring watching this guy meticulously climb this huge skyscraper.
But you and I are thinking, guys.
Yeah.
We can figure out a way to make it fun. You can have Snoop Dogg talking about it.
Yeah, the Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg comes in. They're like, "Hey, Alex, we got Snoop Dogg here." He's like,
What's up, Alex? How's that climb going?
Or him talking while he's doing it. Like, have you ever seen the footage of that baseball player? I forgot who it was, but like they do interviews.
They do it all the time.
Yeah, with like they have him mic'd up, so they'll
talk to him in the field.
Yeah, in-game interviews, and then that one player that basically fielded a ball during the interview.
It
like,
happens all the time. It happens all the time.
He's like, sorry, I had to make this play, and they're laughing because
sometimes they get it wrong. Sometimes they miss it, and then the ones where they missed, like one guy was he was on the Braves. He ran to get a pop fly, and he missed the ball. Then they're like, we'll catch back with him later because they knew he wasn't going to talk anymore.
Yeah.
Because he screwed it up.
To me, these long, drawn-out stunts are not as exciting for me because I'm used to the 1-2 second jump and the build up and
well,
then
you're
the end.
also your attention span. Everybody's attention span is lesser than it's ever been.
Yeah. Like, it's hard for me to believe that we're gonna be sitting and watching it. Like, I'll watch it for a minute, but then I'm like, I get it, and then I move on.
Yeah.
You know, or I'll watch it at the end just to see him get to the top maybe. But again, it's just so slow and meticulous the whole way up, and it's like, okay, and maybe they build in some like transitions that are like focal points, because that in
oh no, you gotta have listeners leaning out of the windows of the skyscraper in Taipei, shooting him with water cannons, heaving their own feces at him, right? Like that, make it more like a game show where like you can vote.
Fruit.
Like go online now and vote. What do you want us to dump on him? If you want urine, press 1. If you want feces, press 2. Release the feces, it falls on him, he's still climbing.
Because in his free solo documentary, now obviously that wasn't live, so you knew he made it. So it's kind of like, but it's still, anxiety inducing. But there were multiple transition points up that granite wall that they were like focal points in the documentary. Like, okay, now he's going to make the transition from the crack over to this other crack.
Oh, like infamously hard transitions.
Yeah. And then
I remember those I've seen.
And they focused on that, and then it's like, and that's you're like, oh my God, because it's insane what he's using his hand and foot holds.
Well, they also tell you how many people didn't do that, or where this becomes a difficult part.
Yeah.
Like,
or in training, he slipped a bunch of times with a rope, and then you're like, oh my God, I saw this guy slip. Like, he could easily do it again.
Or one of them was, because I have seen those where they cut him up into clips and they talk about turning back points. Like this point notoriously is a place where people get to and then they can't get past it.
So there is one example of this going wrong, and it was with a tightrope walker, and it was the Walinda, like the dad.
Nick? No, Nick's the son.
It happened in the 70s, and this is footage that most people have seen on the internet of the old man, Walinda, going across 2 buildings, and when it was a windy day, and he basically fell off.
Carl Walinda,
and it was a televised event, and the wind started shaking him around. He put down his balancing pole and then tried to hold on to the thing, and
it's sad.
And he couldn't, and he just fell off.
That.
And then he fell to his death. And then so that is an example of a stunt that. And I'm not sure if that was on live TV in the 70s. I'm sure it was, but it may have been a cable of some sort.
I'm getting all the details for it right now.
So someone has died doing a stunt like this, and I'm sure it's happened before, but like that was a memorable live TV type of televised deal. But
that's the hook, like there probably haven't been many of these where like Circus of the Stars, even when you've got like Mary Lou Retton. Or like that's a bad example because she's a gymnast. When you've got, Dynamite, J.J. Walker doing a trapeze, there's a chance that he could fall and paralyze himself. That's why you watch.
Yeah. That's the stuntman's curse, is everyone's watching to see if you don't make it.
March 22nd, 1978. Also, I give this guy so much credit at the age of 73.
No, that's crazy.
Right. Can we hug this man and say in heaven and say, like, you know what? You're just a badass for getting out there at 73. He attempted a high wire walk between 2 10-story hotel towers, the Condado Plaza Hotel in San Juan, Puerto Rico. There was no safety net below. Strong winds were blowing, which made the balancing extremely difficult. Some reports say the wire wasn't properly secured as well. He tried to steady himself. He lost his balance. He plummeted about 10 stories, 120 feet to the ground. He's rushed to the hospital, dead on arrival. Spectators and bystanders saw it. Local TV station in Puerto Rico recorded the accident. However, it was not live.
Okay, so it wasn't a live television event.
Nope. The footage
so-
we have is obviously leaked from the Puerto Rican television.
Yeah.
Station.
But even with tightrope walking, it does go faster than this building climb, and that's like I'm curious to how they make it entertaining, and I guess we'll see, or maybe it's like exactly like I think they're gonna focus in on him. They'll talk to him. He'll go, and it's gonna be slow and methodical. We'll get to the top.
Okay, we're entertainers, so
Maybe he works in some pretending to slip. Something like that.
He won't do that because he's too logical. He's not a goof, right? Like I don't think that guy's a goof. I would do that. Whoa! Yeah, I love that move when the trapeze guys do it, where they're holding onto the trapeze, but their legs are also wrapped around it, and then they let go like and then their legs are holding them on. They're you're being held on by your legs.
Yeah, they flip around. Woo!
Let's see here. I'm looking for times when people, like in feats of strength, have died during like athletic performances, and they're very rare. I mean, like most of these things are they're sure things, guys. These are sure things.
Yeah, and again, listen, Netflix is $1 billion company. Obviously, they are buying giant other huge media, and so they have infinite money, and their biggest concern is getting sued or having a bunch of negative publicity. So I'm pretty sure their lawyers and teams and analytics people are like, and I've talked to them and like, oh yeah, I could do this. I mean, again, there's a less than 5% chance that I even have a problem.
I think I figured it out.
It's a guarantee.
We didn't talk about this. I think I figured it out just using my father's logic. Because there's nothing that my dad loved more than a good feat of strength live. Evel Knievel live, jumping Snake River Canyon, whatever you want to call it. If it were a live stunt live, my dad was there.
Yeah.
We're so connected. The world is so small now that live doesn't even matter. It just doesn't matter.
Everything's live because if something happens...
I can look at a live cam right now of that building. I can go and watch a live cam of that building at any moment of the day. I can see anything I want.
But also, if anything live happens globally and it's an event, it's filmed by people and it's up on TikTok and social media.
In seconds.
Yeah. So anything happens, immediately my social media feed, I can search for it.
We don't need to watch this. If he dies, we'll see the video.
I'll get tons of angles of everything. And then, so anyway, we'll see what happens. But good for him for making the money because, like I said, I like him. And it's hard to make money as a professional climber. And what he's done as an athlete and a climber has been pretty awesome.
Do other climbers, last question about this, and then if you want to, I can get a couple of voicemails for us to ease us into a Friday. Do other climbers like him? Is he well... Because, sometimes there are guys that are like known as like the face of the sport, but they're not as well liked behind the scenes because maybe, I don't know, because there's resentment or
this sport.
Or they're probably not like that. They're probably it seems like climbers would be like craft brew guys or they'd be very helpful to each other.
It's more like the climbing community is like the endurance community at the highest level. Like we're not talking your weekend warriors. We're talking like the guys that do it.
This is like all he thinks about, right?
Like they are totally into it. There are a lot of them are like him, especially like the rock climbers are taking chances. The guy, because climbing with ropes and rappelling and stuff like that, it could be insanely safe, kind of like skydiving. Like you can learn how to be a skydiver and it be insanely safe. You can go and learn how to be a rock climber and with the right equipment is being safe.
Well, another great example is like scuba diving. You can be extremely safe.
This is like the proximity wingsuit flying of climbing.
Let's take it 25 steps higher.
Yeah. And then one small mistake, you're flying within 10 feet of, and like you lose a little bit of altitude, you hit a wall, you're dead. It's like one mistake, you die. That's like free soloing for parachuting.
Gotcha.
And so it's the margin of error becomes zero, and that's fascinating. But I think more people die proximity flying than even free solo rock
Yeah,
climbing.
I think we looked that up recently, and that was a fact.
So the proximity flying and the wingsuit stuff
Well,
is more dangerous
it
than
does
free
make
soloing.
sense though, because you're dealing against air, but you're also moving
At with
at very high speeds.
with the free soloing, like there are other mistakes that could happen that you could recover from, like the ultimate mistake, and I guess too with the wing and proximity flying, like you could get a little closer than you wanted to, and that was a mistake. But
That's what happened to the guy that was shooting that. There's an infamous hole that.
Yeah,
like you shoot, and I guess the way they said it, it was like he cleared it, but he was just close enough to knock himself out, and that's what. Did
yeah. They
right,
broke his legs.
Yeah, but it was something. But it was like it wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
From what I'm told, it's like, well, he was very close to making this, and had made it multiple times.
Yeah.
It's usually that.
There's a interview with Alex Honnold and talking about most people, and I guess he was discussing society and the fact that like fear of death and putting yourself at risk is rare nowadays because we're so safe. We all live in a society that's built for safety. It's like we live in a house. We're rarely putting our life at risk at any time. But ancient humans, 100,000 years ago, or 10,000 years ago, our lives were always at risk. So we evolved for our brains to live at, always being at risk.
So is he saying he's built for this?
Well, he's saying that more humans should risk their lives or at least put themselves in danger a little bit, because what's happening is our brains don't know how to handle all safety all the time, and our brains are like giving ourselves anxiety and like fight or flight,
Almost like poisoned by safety.
over small things, and we're not going through the natural I had a risk, like this could have been worse for me.
Well, going on with what you're saying, that would make sense because those natural interactions where you are scared or where it's fight or flight or whatever are natural chemical dumps within your body that you need to have to get energy out or whatever, and those are there's a certain finite amount of that are built into your body that you almost need to have.
And
maybe you even lose that. That's kind of interesting. That's interesting.
Well, and now those same fight or flight chemicals are being released in our brain because we're in traffic driving to work, or we're 5 minutes late to an appointment, or some stupid thing that is insignificant, but it's releasing the same chemicals as a tiger chasing you 10,000 years ago, or whatever the hell, or you actually, your life being at risk, or like you not saving enough food for the winter, or you getting some disease and you have no way of the medicine to cure it, or you get an infection in your foot, like I'm gonna die. And we never think, and now we think we're gonna die because we're searching WebMD, and we have a headache and we think it's a brain tumor, and then it's like, no.
God, when you frame it like that,
and it's right, but then
it makes me embarrassed.
Well, we've built a society that causes this, and it's not natural at all. But there's ways to mitigate it. Obviously, you don't have to free solo skyscraper to do that, but a little bit of risk is good.
Doing hard things.
We mitigate risk all the time. Like, we take very few risks as humans in our society now.
Let's try. We can probably end with just one. Let's try this one right here.
Hey, Tom and Dan. Mike B from the Ono Radio Show here. So, I'm stopping by the Wawa the other day, and, I've enjoyed
Wait a minute. This is the Wawa where you got the we did that one, right? Where you got the sandwich and the person asked him.
Oh, yeah.
We already did that one. Sorry, Mike B. Didn't mean to put a repeater in there. Let's go with this one right here.
Hey, guys. I'm listening to the BDM show and about the building and the office, etc. And I'm sure you guys thought of it, but, how invested is Dan? Dan, you're already living in Baldwin. Why don't you just, sell your place and throw the money into the building and then live there? I mean, I know it might sound dumb, but I'm just putting it out there. Bye.
That's what we're going to do. I'm going to sell my home, and in order to save the building, I'm going to buy this building, and I'm going to live upstairs.
Well, there's a couple problems with that. And this we talk numbers on the BDM show, and there's the ACT, but a lot of ACT listeners probably have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But the person that owns this building, which is 3 units, one being a commercial space that we run our offices out of, and then the other being a small apartment and a
Like an efficiency, right?
the efficiency apartment, and then it's like a 3-2 townhouse that's like above us and in the middle. But the Daniel would have to spend a lot more money buying this structure, and then you know what I'm saying, spend way more money.
I don't even know what I could get for my place. I couldn't get
and
this,
it's not as
it's
good.
Not as big.
Yeah, so like his current townhouse is bigger.
And
so
in nicer shape.
So he downgrade to buy a bigger structure.
But that's life. You got to downgrade to die. That's what you got to do.
We have some different plans, but we're kind of in a waiting period.
We're going to figure it out.
We probably have to move studios, or nothing happens.
Yeah, we've been through this before. Let's try this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan. I'm listening to the New Year's Wife cast, and you guys are talking about Spencer's Gifts and getting shirts there. And I went to the mall the other day, and Santa is set up right outside of Spencer's, and there's all these families there. It's the middle of the day, and they're all wearing their Christmas PJs to get their picture taken with Santa. And the line wraps right around to Spencer's, so of course all these families in their matching PJs are walking into Spencer's, and the first shirt when you walk in says, "This is my only shirt without cum on it. And who ate all the pussy?" And I just thought it was fucking hilarious to see all these little kids in their matching PJs with their parents walking around Spencer's looking at shirts like that, waiting for Santa.
I thought I thought what he was saying. I had to make sure what he was saying was facts. They do sell a shirt that this is the only shirt I own that doesn't have the C word on it. Or a number 4. That's
Spencer's goes hard.
It goes real hard. Hard.
Yeah. And
Maisie does not like it. That's why I should have had a boy, because I feel like your sons would.
Oh,
I
they
could walk
love
around
it.
there with your sons, and they'd appreciate it.
Oh, that's their favorite store, and they love inappropriate stuff. They love cursing. They don't know a lot of the stuff, like even what that even is.
They don't need to know. They just know,
they know
that
it's bad. Yeah, they know it's
Right,
bad, and
right.
that's what they love. Bad.
Yeah, Maisie's gotten to the point now where she just has asked me to not curse around her.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It's like being around an adult. Like it's like being around your boss or something. You know what I mean? Like when you don't curse around your boss because you don't want to look like an idiot or a dumb person. Because I feel that she looks down on me when I curse. Like I'm.
Yeah. Well, she's like her mom. Her mom doesn't like to curse. So
not very much. You're right. You want to do one more?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
What's up, Tom and Dan? Happy New Year. Hope y'all had a wonderful holiday. Good all around. Listening to the new BDM show. So glad y'all are back. But talking about calling into radio shows and being involved into radio shows. Right before I became a full-blown BDM, I went to the first secret show, live show for the News Junkie. Called in, and I'm sure, it's burnt now, but Real Radio owes me 3 or 4 prizes.
System message.
But
What was that?
What
What the hell was that old man? System message. He's like an old man. Is your computer an old man? That was on his voicemail, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
it's burnt now, but Real Radio owes me 3 or 4 prizes.
System message.
Are you playing video games again? What is that?
Is that
System message. I can do it perfectly. I want my phone
What
to
is
say
that?
Okay.
But I hanging up in my smoking corner of my garage. Love looking at it, even though it doesn't work anymore. Is the legendary snake wine clock from the News Junkie secret shows business. I'm sure there's a few listeners who'll be familiar, but yeah, I got that signed by the crew, and that was pretty cool.
Okay, all right. Welcome back to Remember When with DeBerry Joe.
Yeah, what the hell was your point, Joe? Like, let me call in Tom and Dan and tell them about how awesome the news junkie
Yeah,
is.
the news junkie is so much better than you guys. You know what, Joe?
And I got them to sign something and I hung it up and it's way better than your whole show.
They gave me some snake thing. It's just awesome.
I won't even turn off my system message
Let me
when
ask
I
you a
call
question,
you.
Joe. Do you call the news junkie to talk about Tom and Dan? Is that what you do to them? Because don't do that to them and don't do it to us.
And you leave your old man system message.
System message.
Stupid.
All right, one more. Last one.
What's up, Tom and Dan? It's DeBerry Joe.
Oh, no, this is DeBerry Joe. Okay.
What the hell? We got two callers.
No, but this one, I can feel this one. Okay, so I'm going to do something. This weekend that I said I was going to do, and I'm not lying when I say I'm going to do it. I know I've been really hard on people that wear the new pouch underwear. I call them pouchers, where you have like a pouch for your testicles.
Oh.
And I think some of them even have like a sleeve or a pouch for your you-know-what. And people are like, oh, yeah, it's just a better way to live. You got to do it. You got to do it. Rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, I don't believe it. I think maybe those people. Okay, here's what I've determined in my investigation. I think, A, you need a big one to need those type of underpants.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of guys don't need them, but they understand that you need to have a big one to need those underpants. So they buy those underpants because they want other people and they want to lie to themselves into thinking they have a big one, but they don't. They can rock just standard, Fruit of the Loom, Army issue, tighty-whities like I do. They don't need them.
Or you can just do the regular. Like you can use a new fabric and technology. You don't need the old.
I don't want the new
wool.
I have a problem with colorful underwear. I don't like my underwear. Underwear is serious business. And I don't like it when
but they have like dry wicking.
I don't
technology.
need it to be dry wicking. It doesn't get wet down there. It's dry all the time. Like I don't have any of that problem. I mean, like maybe you guys that have leaky asses out there, but I have everything.
No, you got a leaky ass.
No,
you got a leaky front and back. I know that for sure.
I don't like the pouch. I don't like stuffing anything in.
But you're right. There's no need for. I mean, some people need the pouch.
Well, I'm gonna get a pouch. I'm gonna try it.
Not as whiteies.
I'm gonna try it so I can speak on it.
It's like me wearing a big knitted Rastafarian dread hat.
Yeah, to tuck, you gotta tuck your dreads in there.
Because if I wore that, it'd just be no use for it.
I have one back here.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, those big knitted. You know,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Put my dreads in there, man.
Mine will just be all saggy because there's nothing filling it out. You see, that's what my pouch would be.
You see? And the other Rasta guys I walk up to, hey, what's in your pouch, man?
Yeah. There's nothing.
What do you
there.
tell them?
It's just air.
In a Jamaican accent. What do you
it's
tell
all
them?
deflated.
What's in your hat, man?
There's nothing.
What do you got in your hat, man?
There's nothing in there.
And you're like, I got nothing in me hat, man.
Yeah. There's no reason for a pouch.
What am I saying? Me got nothing in my hat, man. That's how you say it. Let me hear you say it. Try it one time. Say, me got nothing in my hat, man.
Kick these cameras. All right.
Me got nothing in my hat, man.
We will see you.